Welcome to the Lincoln Bio Podcast, your one-stop destination for life-changing insights on health, wealth, legal education, relationships, and more. Ready to level up? Let's dive into the knowledge designed to transform your life.
All right, welcome back for another deep dive.
Oh, yeah.
This time you're thinking about starting a side hustle.
Okay.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Because we're diving into Side Hustle Secrets.
Right.
This ebook that's basically a roadmap for building a successful business while you're still working full-time. We're talking everything from choosing the right hustle to launching it and making it thrive.
That's great.
It really is a great resource
Yeah.
for anyone who has that entrepreneurial spirit, but maybe needs a little guidance and structure to get started.
Exactly.
And trust me, there's some golden nuggets in here.
Okay.
We'll uncover how to tap into your unique skills, why saying no can actually be a superpower,
Okay.
and get this, how treating yourself is basically a productivity hack.
Wow.
Let's jump right in.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so the ebook really kicks off by emphasizing this idea of mindset.
Okay.
You know how some people just seem to make things happen?
Right.
That's the power of a hustle mindset. The ebook argues it's the foundation of everything.
Yeah, it's about recognizing that negativity and cynicism
Right.
can be real dream killers.
Yes.
You have to cultivate a positive and proactive mindset to overcome the inevitable challenges that come with building something new.
So before you even think about a specific hustle,
Right.
it's time for some self-reflection.
Okay.
Are you truly ready to step outside your comfort zone and embrace the hustle?
I think that's a really important point.
Yeah.
There's no sense diving in if you're not mentally prepared for the ups and downs that come with running a side business.
So true. You got to be in the right headspace.
Exactly.
Okay, so you've got that go-getter attitude locked in.
Okay.
Now let's take stock of what you bring to the table, your skills.
Right.
The ebook says to make a list of all your skills, from your 9-to-5 expertise to those hobbies you rock at.
This is where it gets interesting.
Yeah.
The ebook distinguishes between low-level and high-level skills. Babysitting, for instance, is considered a low-level skill,
Got it.
while web design would be high-level.
Okay.
It's about figuring out which skills have the potential to bring in more income
Right.
for the time you invest.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
We only have so much time outside of our day jobs.
Right.
So why not maximize our earning potential? Right.
Right. But that being said, the ebook also acknowledges that passion might be more important than pure profit for some people. Maybe you're not looking to become a millionaire,
Yeah.
but you want to turn a hobby you love into something more.
Yeah.
And that's totally valid. It's your hustle, after all.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's all about finding that sweet spot where passion and profit intersect.
Exactly.
Speaking of maximizing your time, the ebook highlights how outsourcing can be a game changer,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
especially as your side hustle starts to grow.
That sounds great in theory, but how do you know when you're actually ready to outsource?
Ooh, that's a good question.
What signs should you be looking for?
I've always felt like I have to do everything myself,
Yeah.
but maybe I'm wrong. You've outsourced tasks before, right?
Oh, absolutely.
What's been your experience?
I think it's a crucial step in scaling any business, even a side hustle.
Right.
For me, the biggest sign was feeling constantly overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And like I was spreading myself too thin.
Oh, yeah.
That's when I knew it was time to bring in some help.
So the ebook uses blogging as an example.
Right.
Imagine you're spending hours writing content, managing social media, and dealing with the technical aspects of your blog. If you outsource the content creation or social media to someone else,
Yeah,
think of all the time you'd free up.
exactly. And that freed up time allows you to focus on those high-value tasks
Right.
that only you can do.
This is making me rethink my whole do-it-all-myself mentality.
I think that's smart.
Okay, so next up, the ebook dives into planning your hustle,
Okay.
and it recommends mind maps over traditional to-do lists.
Mind mapping helps you see the big picture and the details all at once. Imagine your hustle as a tree.
Okay.
The central idea is the trunk and the branches are your strategies,
Right.
your marketing, and so on.
Yeah.
Tools like Bubble just make it digital.
That's such a helpful visual.
Yeah,
It's so much more engaging than staring at a long list of tasks.
I agree.
And alongside planning comes defining your competitive edge. What makes your hustle stand out from the crowd?
Right.
Why should someone choose you over someone else offering a similar service or product.
That's where branding comes in. Even a side hustle needs a strong identity. Think of it as the personality of your business.
Got it.
What feeling do you want to evoke in your customers?
That's a great point. I hadn't thought of it that way.
Yeah.
It's not just about what you offer,
Right.
but how you present it to the world.
Exactly. And before you go investing a ton of money,
Yeah.
the ebook wisely advises you to validate your idea.
So before you go all in, it's crucial to analyze your competition. What are they doing well?
Yeah.
Where are they falling short?
It's about identifying those opportunities where you can really shine and offer something unique or better.
Okay.
The ebook even recommends doing a soft launch,
Right.
starting small to gauge demand before you invest heavily.
So you've got this amazing idea, but you're not ready to quit your job just yet.
Right.
That's where a soft launch comes in.
Exactly.
Like dipping your toes in the water
Yeah.
before taking the full plunge.
And it's a smart way to manage risk.
Yeah.
You don't want to pour all your resources into something,
Right.
only to find out there's no market for it.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the part that many people dread.
Oh, what's that?
Marketing. The ebook reminds us that marketing isn't just for big corporations.
You're right.
It's for everyone, even side hustlers.
Exactly.
It's about getting your business on people's radar.
And they highlight word of mouth as one of the most powerful tools, especially if you consistently deliver fantastic results.
Personal recommendations carry a lot of weight.
Absolutely.
If you go above and beyond for those early clients,
Yeah,
they'll become your biggest advocates.
they will.
Now, what if you're offering a local service like dog walking or house cleaning?
Right.
The ebook surprisingly says door-to-door marketing can still be effective.
Really?
It's all about the approach.
Okay.
You don't want to be pushy or salesy.
Right.
It's about being friendly, building relationships,
Mm-hmm.
and planting seeds for future business.
I get that, but I think passion also needs to be balanced with practicality.
Oh, absolutely.
You can love knitting,
Right.
but if no one's buying your scarves...
You're absolutely right. Passion is important,
Yeah.
but it needs to align with market demand.
Yes.
You need people who are willing to pay for what you're offering. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground already. Let's take a quick pause here and come back for part 2 of our deep dive into side hustle secrets.
Sounds good.
All right, we're back for part 2 of our deep dive into side hustle secrets. We're uncovering all the gems this ebook has to offer for aspiring side hustlers.
We left off talking about marketing.
Yeah.
And the importance of building those personal connections.
Yes, and it makes me think about the power of social media these days. You can't ignore it. The ebook has some smart advice here, right?
Absolutely. The ebook emphasizes knowing where your ideal clients hang out online. Are they on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or LinkedIn? It's about tailoring your strategy to reach them where they are.
Makes sense. You wouldn't market handmade jewelry to busy moms the same way you would to young professionals. It's about understanding your audience.
Exactly. Knowing your target market inside and out will help you craft a marketing message that resonates.
Okay, so we've got leads coming in. We're nurturing those relationships. But even with a side hustle you love, the ebook acknowledges that burnout is a real possibility. It can happen to anyone.
Even doing something you're passionate about can become overwhelming if you don't prioritize self-care and set realistic boundaries.
That's so true. So how do we stay passionate and prevent that dreaded burnout?
Yeah.
The ebook mentions setting realistic goals.
Right? Yes. The ebook cautions against setting goals that are too ambitious or too easy. You don't want to set the bar so low that you never push yourself, but you also don't want to burn out before you even get started.
Right. I can see that. They use the example of writing a certain number of blog posts per week.
Yeah.
It's measurable, achievable, and you can track your progress over time.
What I find interesting is that the ebook also advises you to reevaluate your goals periodically. Life changes, your hustle evolves, your priorities shift. Don't be afraid to adjust those goals as you go.
I love that. It's about being flexible and adaptable.
Mm-hmm.
This reminds me of something else the ebook emphasizes, the importance of scheduling. Your time is precious, especially when you're juggling a full-time job and a side hustle.
Absolutely. Creating a structured schedule for your side hustle is essential. It's about maximizing those limited hours you have available and making them count. And it's not just about work either. Schedule in time for rest and relaxation.
Right. Recharging those batteries is crucial. And you know what the ebook even says? To reward yourself.
I love that. It's so important to acknowledge and celebrate your wins, even the small ones. It helps to stay motivated and prevent burnout.
This whole reward system is speaking my language. I'm a sucker for a good takeout reward. The other night, I finished a huge project, and I treated myself to my favorite sushi. It felt so good.
It's those little things that can make a big difference. It's about finding those rewards that keep you going.
Okay, so we're making the most of our time. We're rewarding ourselves. But how do we make sure we're focusing on the right tasks? The ebook talks about revenue focus, right?
Exactly. Not all tasks in your hustle are created equal. Some activities directly contribute to income, while others, well, not so much.
So it's about identifying those money-making activities and prioritizing them.
Right. For example, if you're a freelance writer, spending hours tweaking your website design might not be as impactful as reaching out to potential clients or honing your writing skills.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's about focusing on what actually moves the needle. And speaking of attracting the right clients, the ebook talks about target audiences and creating those detailed buyer personas.
Understanding your ideal client, their needs, pain points, even their demographics is crucial for tailoring your marketing message.
It's all about getting into their heads, right?
Exactly.
And once you've got those leads coming in, the ebook emphasizes the importance of lead nurturing. It's not enough to just collect contact information. You need to build relationships with those potential clients.
Lead nurturing can be as simple as sending a welcome email series that provides valuable information related to your product or service, or you could offer a free download in exchange for their email address.
You can even host a webinar or online workshop to showcase your expertise and provide solutions to their problems. There are so many ways to nurture those leads and build trust.
Exactly. Now, remember we talked about the importance of outsourcing earlier? Well, it comes up again as a key strategy for preventing burnout. As your hustle grows, bringing in help can lighten your load and prevent you from feeling stretched too thin.
Knowing when you're stretched too thin is a superpower. It means you can strategically bring in support before you burn out.
And remember that comparison trap we talked about earlier. It's so easy to fall into, especially with social media constantly showcasing everyone's seemingly perfect lives and businesses.
So the comparison game is dangerous.
Yeah.
It can really mess with your head.
The ebook reminds us to focus on our own progress, celebrate our own wins, and not get caught up in comparing our journey to someone else's. Everyone's path is different.
It's like comparing apples and oranges. Okay, so we've talked about staying motivated, preventing burnout. But what about the ultimate goal for many side hustlers? Quitting your day job and going all in. The ebook tackles this too, right?
It does. That's the dream for a lot of people, turning their side hustle into their main gig. But it's a big decision, and the ebook provides a number of factors to consider before taking that leap.
Earning significantly more from your side hustle than your day job is obviously a key indicator, but it's not the only thing to consider.
The ebook talks about the importance of income stability. Just because you had a few stellar months doesn't mean that level of income is sustainable in the long run.
That's where having a solid financial foundation comes in. The ebook recommends having at least 6 months of living expenses saved up in an emergency fund.
It's a smart safety net to have in case things don't go exactly as planned.
Yeah.
It gives you breathing room to pivot or make adjustments without that added financial pressure.
But even with the financial side in check, the ebook acknowledges that sometimes it comes down to gut feeling, that inner knowing that it's time to take the leap.
It's about trusting your instincts and being willing to take a calculated risk.
It's also about being prepared to work even harder than you ever have before. Running your own business, even if it's something you're passionate about, is a whole different ballgame than having a traditional 9-to-5 job.
That's so true. It takes a lot of dedication, discipline, and resilience. But for those who are truly passionate and committed, the rewards can be incredibly fulfilling.
Okay, we've explored a lot of ground here, from mindset to marketing to making the leap. Ready to wrap things up in part 3 of our deep dive. All right, we're back for the final part of our deep dive into side hustle secrets. I'm feeling so inspired and energized after exploring all these strategies for building a successful side hustle.
It's been a great discussion.
It has.
This ebook really is packed with practical advice for anyone looking to turn their passion into a thriving business.
So tell me what stood out to you the most from our deep dive so far. What's the biggest takeaway that you'll apply to your own entrepreneurial journey?
You know, I think the part that resonated most with me
Yeah.
was the emphasis on knowing your ideal client inside and out. Creating those detailed buyer personas is such a valuable exercise, even if your side hustle is still just an idea.
I completely agree. It's so easy to get caught up in the excitement of our own idea that we forget to consider who we're actually creating it for.
Exactly. If you don't understand your target audience's needs and desires,
Right.
your marketing efforts will fall flat.
So true.
Okay.
And what about for you? What's your biggest takeaway?
For me, it's the power of delegation and outsourcing.
Okay.
As entrepreneurs, we often feel this pressure to do everything ourselves.
Yeah.
But learning to let go and bring in help can be so freeing.
It's like that saying, you can do anything, but you can't do everything.
Exactly. Delegation allows us to focus our time and energy on the tasks that we excel at.
Right.
And that truly move our businesses forward.
I'm definitely going to be revisiting that section of the ebook.
I think that's a good idea.
Now, before we wrap things up, I have a final thought to leave our listeners with. It builds on something the ebook touched on, but didn't explore in depth.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
Think about all the skills you gain from running a successful side hustle.
Okay.
Time management, marketing, financial planning, client communication, problem solving. The list goes on.
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
These skills aren't just valuable for your side hustle.
Yeah.
They're transferable to your main job as well.
You're absolutely right. Developing these skills can make you a more valuable asset to your employer,
Exactly.
potentially leading to a raise, a promotion, or even new opportunities within your current company.
It's like a win-win situation.
Yeah.
You're not only building something for yourself, but also enhancing your overall career prospects.
Exactly. So there you have it, listeners. We've taken a deep dive into the world of side hustle secrets.
Yes.
Exploring strategies for everything, from cultivating the right mindset to marketing your hustle, and even knowing when it's time to take the leap.
Right.
And make it your main gig.
We hope you've gleaned some valuable insights and feel inspired to take action on your own entrepreneurial journey.
Remember, every successful business started with a single step.
That's true.
And who knows? Maybe your side hustle will become your main hustle someday.
Until next time, keep diving deep and keep hustling smart.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Link in Bio podcast. Want to dive deeper into today's topic? Grab your copy now. Just click the link in the description. Stay curious, stay empowered, and we'll see you next time.